Are you ready to uncover the long-lost treasures and solve the mysteries of Oak Island alongside the Lagina brothers and their team? In this captivating video, we'll witness their efforts to drain the swamp, explore the mysterious boulder pathway, and uncover a game-changing discovery in the money pit. Let's dive in and unlock the truth together. On Oak Island, a group of treasure hunters was on a mission to find something incredible. They had been searching for over 200 years, and all they had found were strange symbols on a stone, bits of bone, and a red cross. These clues hinted at a treasure that might be linked to the Knights Templar from a long time ago. In the latest adventure on the Curse of Oak Island, the team found a circle of big rocks in a swamp. They were excited because they thought this could be a big breakthrough. To help them understand what they found, they asked Dr. Ian Spooner, an expert in rocks and soil. Dr. Spooner believed that the swamp was made by people a very long time ago. The team was eager to see what secrets the swamp held, hoping it would lead them to the hidden treasure. As the team explored the swamp, they found huge rocks that looked like the ones in another place on the island called Nolan's Cross. The rocks even had the same blue clay on them that others had found deep in the money pit many years ago. The team thought these discoveries were important and might help them solve the mystery. Even though they had drained the swamp a week before, the team faced challenges like mud and sticks as they tried to uncover the secrets hidden beneath the rocks. The swamp kept its secrets, making the treasure hunters even more curious about what more it might reveal. However, a team led by Rick and Marty, along with others, had been digging through mud for 5 weeks. They found a big stone area that Dr. Spooner said was made by people near the swamp. They also found boulders that made them wonder if they were part of the stone area. A guy named Jerry wasn't sure. He'd seen boulder pavements before, but they usually had a specific kind of soil with them. They talked about sediment from 8,000 years of wind filling in the area fast after it was deposited. The team noticed the filled-in sections looked just like the uncovered stones. It was odd, and they couldn't figure out a natural process that could make it happen. There was no composted layer hinting at some disruptive event in the past. Dr. Spooner surprised everyone by saying the stones might have been put there on purpose. They wanted more proof to solve the mysteries of the swamp. The talk shifted to the activity beneath the surface and the need to explore deeper. Meanwhile, 1,000 miles away in Traverse City, Michigan, Marty, Rick's brother, had an important phone call with Mark Monahan of Irving Equipment Limited. They talked about the steel cofferdam around Smith's Cove, which was a key part of the Oak Island investigation. The government permit for the cofferdam would expire in a month. Marty stressed the urgency to remove it and follow environmental rules by restoring the area. The team faced pressure to finish these tasks before the permit expired, adding more complexity to the Oak Island mystery. The team really wished they could keep that steel dam forever, but time was their enemy. The permission was about to end, and they had to act fast. They needed to remove the dam's big metal sheets, and that came with its own set of problems. They had to figure out how to take apart the dam on a tight schedule. It needed about 3 weeks to remove it safely. They were getting ready to do that, trying to set up everything so they could meet the deadline. To remove the dam, they had to use huge cranes and heavy machines all around the area. This meant that Rick, Marty, and their pals would have to stop their search in the Uplands and Smith's Cove for the rest of the year. The people from Irving, who were helping with all this, were really into the project. It was not just a regular job for them, they were putting a lot into it. While discussing their commitment, someone shared some exciting news. When they were digging in the Uplands looking for a possible tunnel, a hole filled up with water suddenly. It was like a water geyser shooting up, and everyone got pretty excited about it. Just a week ago, they were doing some tests in the Uplands, and it seemed like there might be a hidden tunnel underground. Even though they had to stop digging for a bit because of the water-filled hole, the team was hopeful. They thought this might finally be the main flood tunnel they had been looking for. Now, they were in a rush to take the dam down. They had to do it in a way that did not harm the environment, ensuring that no dirt or debris got into the ocean. Time was running out, and they also needed to find a boat in Smith's Cove. It was going to be a busy scene with all the equipment they had to use. The team was ready to face the challenges ahead, determined to make it all work out. Rick and Billy had a big job to do. They heard that time was running out to explore the uplands of Smith's Cove, so they decided to focus on finding a special tunnel that brought seawater into the money pit. Billy, the heavy equipment operator, was ready to dig as deep as possible. Everyone hoped they would discover a tunnel, and the excitement was building. Rick knew that if they found and closed off this tunnel, they could solve some big mysteries on Oak Island. As they started their work, they found many old wooden structures at the Uplands and Smith's Cove. These were clues left behind by others who had searched for something important in the past. Rick and Billy felt like they were on the right path. Just 2 weeks ago, they found a wooden structure with coconut fiber, which made them even more hopeful. Now, they believed they were close to their goal. The main flood tunnel, guarded by tricky traps, might be just around the corner. The team thought about a wall they found and wondered if it was part of the tunnel or something else. They carefully cleaned the area, trying to get closer to the truth. While digging, they noticed an intact wall on one side. This made them wonder if they were dealing with the tunnel at all. They took their time to figure out if it was a real wall or just the impression of boards on the clay. They expanded their efforts, inching closer to solving the puzzle. Time was ticking, and they felt the pressure, but they didn't give up. Billy's big equipment uncovered more clues, and Rick paid attention to every little detail. Even if they didn't find the tunnel, they were on an exciting adventure, working together to uncover the secrets hidden beneath Oak Island. As they dug in the ground, they discovered a strong wall. It didn't look like a regular tunnel. The team felt curious and wondered if it could be something special. One person in the group noticed the intact wall and shared their suspicions. They thought it might not be just any tunnel but something more interesting. They all looked closely, eager to learn more about their unexpected discovery. While they chatted about their find, someone named Ginger joined them. Even though they were on a treasure hunt, they took a moment to say hello and ask how Ginger was doing. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and friendship as they continued digging. One person explained the significance of the wall. They encouraged the team to clear away the dirt to see it better. The team worked together to reveal more details about the structure they had found, which was about 6 feet below the surface. In the midst of their exploration, another team member shared insights into their mission. They were thrilled to find a wooden shaft, adding a new twist to their quest for treasure. But there was still uncertainty, and they knew they needed to expose more of the structure to confirm its origins. While one group focused on digging, another group investigated an area called the Uplands. Alex Lagina and Peter Brunetti arrived to check on the progress of archaeologist Laird Niven and conservator Kelly Baresa. They were digging carefully, searching for important objects that could tell them more about Daniel McInnis, one of the first people to discover the money pit in 1795. 2 weeks ago, the team got permission from the government to start their exploration. Led by Laird, they dug in small sections, looking for clues hidden underground. Recent scans of the ground hinted at a possible underground space, making them even more curious. The story took an interesting turn when they heard about a theory from James McQuiston. He believed that McInnis didn't just stumble upon the money pit, he knew about it beforehand, because he was connected to something called Freemasonry. This added a mystery to the team's adventure. Nevin and Kelly were busy exploring the Guinness Foundation. They found a building with a wall but no window and thought it was a clue, like a piece of a puzzle. Excited about this discovery, they talked about how this building could tell them part of the story of the McInnis family. It was like finding a key to unlock the secrets of what happened to them on that lot. They were hopeful that this was just the beginning of solving the whole mystery. As they left the site, they kept their fingers crossed, meaning they were really hoping for good things. They were ready to follow any trails and learn more about the McInnis family. Later that day, the friends joined others in a special room called the War Room. There, they listened to a report about a special artifact called an LED that Rick Legaina and Gary Drayton found a week ago on Lot 17 near the Money Pit area. They were so curious about this artifact that they had a professor, Dr. Chris McFarland, join them via video to explain some test results. The test used a powerful laser to study tiny bits of the artifact. It was like using a super microscope. The results showed that the artifact was made of lead, and there was something strange about it. It had mercury and tin. The friends were puzzled, wondering how this could happen. Was it natural, or did someone put these things there? A person who knew a lot about this stuff explained that the mercury probably didn't come from the lead itself. That's because when you heat up mercury, it disappears. This made the friends even more curious and surprised. They talked about different ideas, like one from a guy named Peter Amenson. He believed that a famous person named Sir Francis Bacon, who lived a long time ago, had a way of keeping important papers safe using mercury. Some people even thought Bacon buried treasures on Oak Island. The friends couldn't believe what they were hearing. They wondered if Bacon, who was also thought to be the secret writer of plays by William Shakespeare, might have hidden those plays on Oak Island. It was like being part of a big adventure, trying to solve a mystery that had been going on for hundreds of years. People say Bacon was a smart guy from England in the 1600s. Some folks believe he led a secret group called the Rosicrucians, was connected to the Knights Templar, and that they had treasures on Oak Island. Some even think Francis Bacon might have placed Shakespeare's secret writings in a vault on the island, protected by a special substance called mercury. One day, they found mercury on a strange light thing, like a treasure map. This made people wonder if Bacon's plan was tied to pieces of old paper and leather found deep in the Money Pit. They speculated that mercury was like a superhero shield for important documents. Then the story shifts to a new part. Someone asks where this light thing came from. The answer is a faraway place with a big name, like Greece and Turkey. They think about friends of the Knights Templar who used to hang out there, connecting dots on a treasure map. Next, they discuss another discovery, a lead thing that might be from the same faraway place. They recall a 70-year-old lead cross found earlier. That cross also came from a place linked to the Knights Templar. It was like finding puzzle pieces that fit together, creating a bigger picture. Now, we jump to Oak Island. There's a team racing against time, like in an exciting race. Rick and the others hear about something important near an old home. It's like a hidden door. Could it lead to a secret basement below? Maybe the person who lived there, Daniel McInnis, hid something special in the Money Pit. The team digs and finds something cool, a trapdoor. It's like a secret entrance. They wonder if McInnis used it to hide a super valuable treasure. As they dig, they find an old knife, the oldest thing they've found. The knife is super old and fancy, like something from a knight's story. The team gets super excited about the knife. Lars said it was different from other stuff they found. It was like finding a special piece of history. They were finishing up their search, but the best part was still to come. As they dug more, they discovered something surprising, a big house. The house was way bigger than they thought, and the things they found were really, really old. This made the treasure hunt even more interesting. But here's the tricky part, the McInnis Foundation, where they were digging, is a special place protected by the government. That meant they couldn't dig too much without a special permit. Lar had a permit, but it was not enough to dig more. They needed another paper called an expanded permit. Getting that paper could take a long time, maybe even months. The team's geologist, Terry, talked about the why behind the things people did on Oak Island. They wanted to understand the story behind every little thing they found. Every discovery was like a piece of a big storybook, and they wanted to make sure to read every page. The bone-handled knife was a special page directly connected to Oak Island's history. Later that day, two guys named Rick and Terry went to a place near Smith's Cove. There, a guy named Billy was using big machines to dig a hole in the ground. They hoped the hole would connect to a secret tunnel leading to a place called the Money Pit. The guys went down into the hole and saw some walls. It was like a secret passage. They found wooden walls made by hand a long time ago. It reminded them of other things they had found on the island. Billy had a plan to dig into the walls and see what was behind them. The wall had old wood that was cut with an axe. It looked just like the wood they had found in another place shaped like a U. The friends thought the same group of people might have made both things a long time ago. While they were exploring, they noticed the year 1769 written somewhere. It made them wonder if the same group had been here using similar tools. The friends were excited about this discovery and couldn't wait to find out more. They found wood that had been cut with an axe, just like in a big U-shaped structure they had found underground last year. Scientists said that the U-shaped structure was built more than 25 years before they found the money pit in 1795. It made them think they might be close to finding a famous flood tunnel. The friends decided to lower a bucket into a deep hole to see what was down there. Billy told them to be careful and bring the bucket up slowly. Everyone watched with anticipation, wondering what secrets the hole held. The bucket went down softly, and everyone hoped it would reveal something amazing. As it descended, they saw old wood, and it made them curious. They wanted to know if it was worn out or just playing tricks with the light. Billy carefully examined what the bucket brought up. The friends were excited to see something there. They couldn't believe what they might discover next. It felt like an adventure, with everyone on the edge of their seats. As the bucket continued to bring things up, the friends got a sense that they were onto something big. It felt like finding a hidden tunnel, something people had been looking for a very long time. According to Billy, finding an original tunnel on Oak Island was the best part of the day. They knew it was a crucial moment in their exploration. It made them wonder about the people who first made this tunnel and how determined they must have been. Rick, Billy, and Terry were on a big adventure to find a secret tunnel that connects to the money pit on Oak Island. They found cool stuff, but the sun went down, so they had to wait for a new day. When the sun came up, everyone was excited. Marty and Craig joined the team to help stop the tunnel that brings water to the money pit. They found something special, a piece of wood that looked really old. They thought it might be part of the tunnel. But there was a problem. This was their last chance to make a big discovery because they had to stop looking tomorrow. They needed to remove a big steel wall around Smith's Cove. The team was curious and excited, but time was running out. In the race against time, they kept digging, determined to uncover the secrets hidden in Oak Island soil. Each find brought more questions, but they were excited about the chance to solve a mystery that had been there for a very long time.